Hello, good morning. It's me, Jenna. I am gonna make two of my favorite juices today. I previously recorded this on Instagram Live and I don't know what I did. I deleted the video somehow. So I'm just gonna re-record it and then upload it. And I'm cutting my veggies right now. So I thought while I cut the veggies, I would sort of explain what I'm doing and why, and list out the ingredients in case anybody wants to try and make these recipes at home. They're all really easy and they taste good. They are my two favorite juices. The first one that the one I'm prepping right now has tomato, red apple, sweet potato, and carrot. And it sounds crazy, but the veggies they're some of the sweetest veggies and they complement each other so well. It is probably my favorite juice of all time, maybe. I came up with it randomly one day. I'm sure my body drew from, the knowledge of past juicers before me and just sort of sensed what would taste good together, because all these bright red and orange colors are so powerful in their antioxidant properties. They're really good for your eyes and your brain. They just are incredible. So the apple, I've got 2 red apples, 2 regular sized carrots. These are some of the smaller ones. I got a bag with just ginormous carrots, so I picked the most commonly found sized carrots, and those are 2. So I'm gonna skin them a little bit, but you want to keep them. I'm mostly gonna keep it intact. Okay, and then I have tomato. This is 1 normal tomato. I don't know what they're called. Or alternatively, you could use 10 or 12 of the little cherry tomatoes. They have a lot of water. They have more than you might expect. Okay, so that is the first juice. So 2 to 3 carrots, depending, medium to large size. 1/2 of a sweet potato or more, but for 1 serving. 2 small, medium-sized apples. They're pretty small. 2 small apples and 1 nice round tomato, or a dozen cherry tomatoes. But the root vegetables, I like to take off some of the skin because they have that earthy taste to it. It can be a little much. I'll just take a little bit off. But actually the skin is really good for you. The tops are even better, the root vegetables, the leaves on the top. And carrots, it might be common knowledge, might not be, but they're good for your eyes. And just look at that. Look at the structure of that. It looks like a cell. It's got the same structure almost. It's got that light energy, full of electrons. It's gonna keep you alive, awake. It hasn't been heated. It's just in its raw form. I'm making these juices today because I have some friends who are starting a juice feast or going on a solid food vacation. You might know it as fasting, but when you fast with juices, you can still get some nutrients and vitamins that are really key, especially nowadays since we come into contact with all kinds of environmental toxins and we just don't live in, perfect harmony with nature. I don't know if we ever did because I haven't been around very long, but I like to think that it's possible, and it all starts with getting back to basics and just eating foods that are simple in nature and compatible, highly compatible with us, with our body's biochemistry. Okay, so I'm just prepping that first juice, and we might want to go on a solid food vacation in the first place because our digestive system works really hard. It can use up like half of our energy all day. We're just constantly trying to break down food. So if it's already it's already cut and it's already broken down. The fiber is taken out. Then the body doesn't have to break it down. I can just immediately start extracting nutrients. And we juice with a purpose. You know, don't just be juicing fruit juice necessarily. I mean, fruit juice is good, but the purpose of this juice is to help the body heal and regenerate, because when toxins from the air or our food, unnatural foods, get stuck inside of us, sometimes they just need a little help getting out. And this next juice is going to be a great recipe for sort of healing and cleaning out the intestines to allow for more efficient nutrient absorption. Because when things are lining the walls of our intestines that don't belong there or are just kind of stuck, like old toxins, like let's say you eat some processed food, the body can use whatever's, you know, whatever's real, like if it's potato based or, you know, whatever's like, you know, we're carbon based beings, we're water based beings also. Things that process through us properly, it'll use and then it'll eliminate what it can. And then sometimes there's too much of what we can't use and it gets stuck. So we just need water or time to allow the body to do its own thing, or juice, because it's mostly water and it's got extra vitamins and extra minerals with it. So this one's gonna have celery, watermelon, normally would have lime also, and cilantro or coriander. I don't know, 4 or 5, whatever you want. And then the watermelon, about 2 cups. I do like to get the seeded watermelons because they're a little closer to their original state, because watermelons are not naturally seedless. But whatever is available is mostly, you know, that's what we're gonna do. That's what's important. Okay, so I've got my 2 juices prepped. To do the most water-rich food first. So my watermelon, because it's mostly water and it'll come out really easily. I think I put something on backwards. Already messed it up. All right. Watermelon, about 2 cups. So this is gonna make a pint. We've got 2 cups of watermelon, about 4 stalks of celery, 1 lime or lemon, and maybe 4 or 5 cuttings of cilantro. Got a beautiful color. It is it's got sugar. All right, and it's not a high calorie food, so it's not terrible for you though. It's not, you know, it's okay with a purpose, right? If we have a purpose, and you always want to add an herb or a vegetable to really give it the power, the full power, because there are so many complementary vitamins that need variety, is what I'm getting at. All right, so most water dense, water rich. And now I'm gonna put in some celery, not too much, since it's really stringy, fibrous. And before I would put the cilantro in, I would probably put, or the lime, I would put the lime in after the cilantro to help it push, you know. Cilantro doesn't have a lot of juice, it has some juice. I'm sort of impatient. There's probably more in there. But here's the cilantro and celery juice. That is one of my favorite recipes ever, and it reminds me of San Antonio because it's got a little bit of a kick, and it's always so hot that we need 90% water to cool us down. Alright, now I'm gonna rinse out my juicer, all the parts. I'm using a cold press slow juicer, a masticating juicer, as opposed to a traditional centrifugal juicer, because it has an auger that moves more slowly and therefore it doesn't generate heat. So the vitamins and the nutrients are more preserved. And it has a strainer built in. My other juicer had a separate strainer, which did come in handy when I wanted to run it through twice. But yeah, this one's nice. It's my favorite tool in the kitchen. Also my blender. You could use a blender for juice anytime. It may be a little pulpy also, but you can just use cheesecloth or a strainer. I've seen some designed for tea, and you could just pass it through that to kind of drain it and give it a smooth texture. But even still, fiber is really, really beneficial. It's best to eat the fruits in their whole form, fruits and vegetables, and then smoothies next, like to have the fiber. But for purposes that I've mentioned, juicing is also good. So we made the watermelon. Now I'm gonna do the red one. This might be my favorite juice ever. All right, and the most water rich, here we have the tomato. So put the tomato in. And then I'll do the apple. You might think that the apple is the star of the show, but it's not. The carrot and the tomato really speak to each other in this recipe, and it's something unbelievable. You have to try it yourself. You just won't know until you try it. There's vitamins A, vitamin E. The red color and the orange color are appealing to us naturally because it's the vitamins calling out to us. It's beta carotene. It's a powerful antioxidant. And the apples also have antioxidants. Anything with this color is great for your eyes, great for your skin, and even the brain. It helps fight free radicals, which can lead to cognitive decline and dementia. And you would think the root vegetables don't have a lot of water, but they really do. And you can see this color here. It's a beautiful, vibrant sunset moment, a whole moment over here. And just look at that color. Ooh, a little more. Chef snack. That's it. Those are my two favorite juices. So, I'll just recap. I made a watermelon, celery, cilantro, and lime juice, which is helpful for digestion. It's best in the morning. And it's very hydrating. And I also made a little bit more filling and nutrient-dense juice with some root vegetables, carrot, sweet potato, red apple, and tomato. This one is probably my favorite. Oh my gosh, if you could just try this through the screen.